Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and look who I have with me today. My very special co-host, Ginny B, is back. Hi, Ginny.
Hello, everyone out there on this Sunday morning.
It's a beautiful Sunday morning here. It's I guess in the 40s, 50s, and it's a bright, sunshiny day. So I'm looking forward to. Well, I'll be here for most of the day. I'll be on with Allie after this, and then I'll be on with Terry Suzuki, and then later this afternoon at 5 Eastern and 2 Pacific, I have my psychic study practice group, and we learn. I give you an exercise, and you learn something new about a psychic practice. You learn how to do it. We practice on each other, and then you go into breakout rooms and you do readings on each other. And we do this every Sunday and Tuesday. And I can put the information in the show notes below. But so that's what I have a full lineup for today. But how have you been, Jenny? Ginny, what's going on in your world? You were telling me about some rain?
I've been doing very well. The temperature's above zero, the wind chill's above zero. So here in central Iowa, that's really good. And it was like below zero last week, and it's going to be in the 60s this coming week. So when it melts, it's going to be all muddy and ucky, but that's kind of the freeze and thaw of what we deal with. But it's sunshiny, so I'm good.
Now, you had snow recently. How long ago was it that it snowed?
It was about a week and a half ago it snowed. We got about 4 or 5 inches, and then it froze.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thaw and the refreeze. Um, well, that's nice that it feels like it might be like the last bit of the snow and ice. Knock on wood, right? I mean, we're so far along. We're already on the 23rd of February, so things are
Not for
looking
Iowa.
up.
It's only February. I don't plant plants until almost the end of May. I have a lot
Really?
of, yeah, I have a lot of cold days. I'm more north than you. And yeah, and they don't close the door up there in Minnesota. So all that cold air keeps coming down.
Oh, I see. I see.
That's an Iowa
Yeah.
joke.
And Sandra is saying, "I love snow." Aw. You must be from Maine or something. You know, when you're in a town that knows how to deal with the snow, knows how to get around, knows how to get the snowmobile out and, or hunker in, when you know how to deal with it. But when you get to a little south, they don't know how to run things. Hey, Ruth, so nice to see you. Ruth is here. So nice to see you, Ruth. Thanks for coming by. And I see that Blue Crescent Tarot is here. Yeah, we're going to be doing some readings. Hi, Akila B. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good morning, Akira.
And and look, Craig Dixon. Now, Craig, I knew you were going to be here. Uh, for some reason, Craig, I could feel your energy even before you got here. So I don't know if that means anything to you. Um, I could feel your energy because I saw somebody like on before we started, and and I said, I wonder if that's Craig Dixon. Did you hear me say that, Ginny? Do you remember me saying that?
I think that's when you were still on mute.
Oh, yeah, yep, I see you. And Jojo Tarot is here. Sandra is here. Blue Crescent Tarot. Craig Dixon, Sandra. Um, Let me see. Bernadette is here. Hi, Bernadette. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And Rush is here. Thank you for being here. Okay, Sandra, I have you. And Sweet Farish. Hi, Sweet Farish. Nice to see you. Let's go ahead and start with Sweet Farish. Now, Sweet Farish was here early on, and I just would like to go ahead and get started. And Ruth, I have you as well. Okay, Craig. Maybe that's what I was feeling. So Sweet Farish says, any messages from my guides, angels, about healing journey, please? I have been healing from Graves' disease and a back issue for the last 11 months. So we are not doctors and we do not give medical advice, but what we can do is look at the energies around this. I do feel there it is you are able to recover from this. Is what I'm feeling. And it would have not what I see you is doing like a strict elimination and perhaps maybe not recover, but maybe get it to a manageable state is what I'm feeling. And I think that the Graves' disease and the back issue are related. Um, they go hand in hand. And you may also, the only thing I can recommend is what I've done, and it really helped me, is acupuncture is just, it is the best thing for managing and balancing the body. But really, if you could get to a really good holistic doctor that could work with you naturally, I do see that you're able to remedy, recover, and get to a manageable state. Whether it, and anything's possible. So that's what I see for you, Miss Sweet Farish. But I'm so sorry that you're going through that. It's very, very difficult. And back pain is, I've been through back pain and it is just intolerable. Okay, she is on an elimination of a lot of things in the back issues related to grave disease, indeed. Yep. Yeah. She feels like she's healing. So that's good. What do you get there, Ginny?
What I got, then I pulled some cards too. Spirit messages was learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy and fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. And then I pulled, and that doesn't really have a picture, but the antique oracle, and it says hope. And then the crow said to have perspective, which is what they all kind of go together. But what I have, focus on what is going well. So it's, and all these can be kind of trite and we get tired of hearing, yeah, ride the waves. Yeah, I get that. But it works. So it's one of those things that when you have the pain, that you are doing all that you can do to help yourself heal. The perspective is to don't forget to count what's going right, what has gotten better, what you no longer feel for pain, so that you have a comparison to make. Otherwise, if every day will be the worst day, if you do not put in your head that I am better today than I was yesterday. I hope that helps.
It's good advice. Really good. All the best to you, Miss Sweet Farish. Thank you very much for your question. And Lisa Davies is here. And Lisa Davies says, good morning, beautiful ladies. Question, do my guides have any next steps direction for me? So Lisa, would you do us a favor and let me know, is this a spiritual question, or is this a career question? Is this a romantic question? I mean, like for romance or relationships? If you could just give us a little bit more of a direction, only because that's quite, for some reason, I think that there's more. Okay, she said yes, spiritually. Good. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Because I just felt it would have been quite vague, and I felt like you had a definite question there.
Okay, what I have for you, Lisa, and the crow deck, it came up fear. And if you look at this, we have the crow that's sitting on top of the scarecrow. The scarecrow is supposed to scare the crow away from eating the crops, usually the corn or whatever it is. But this crow obviously didn't get that message. right? So it's, what are you afraid of that you're not telling yourself? The next card that came up was I can. Courage, tenacity, and strength. So basically, it's you got to get out of your own way is the next step. That no one's going to open the gate to the correct path for you. You might have to try all the gates yourself.
Mm.
It, it's what do I want to say here? Because I see a path and I see a gate in my head, and you're afraid to go. You're afraid to go through that fence and go on because you don't know what's out there. But and until you try, and all it is the other side of the gate. All it is the other side of that fence. There's nothing to fear. And these cute little cards that I got, the Secret Garden, it says hidden depths. Only you can see the surface. Look beyond. In other words, go out that gate, sit and meditate. And I heard a really good phrase the other day that prayer is to ask and to thank, and to meditate is to listen. So sit and just listen, and then you'll know what you're supposed to do and how to get out of your way.
That's beautiful, Ginny. That's really beautiful. She says, I don't feel like I have fear in any way. Well, that's good. That's good. So with you, Lisa, I felt what Ginny was picking up on you, and it's almost like you go so far, and then you are apprehensive about letting go of the known, and you're apprehensive about going into the unknown and going further and allowing yourself to be creative and to be free. And what I mean by that is sometimes people show us, how to do evidential mediumship, or they show us how to, you do psychic work and you can tell where the keys are in the house, or whatever work that you do psychically or with mediumship or even with healing. And yet there's more that you have that is special and unique to you, but you don't want to go outside of the lines of whatever it is that you learn, but you're finding that you're not quite experiencing what other people experience because of you're following their path, and what they want you to do is to learn how it's done and then make it your own. So go in a way that you haven't been taught, and just allow yourself to develop naturally. I promise you, it is absolutely miraculous once you let go. And it's also the people who you are reading, interacting with, can also spark in you the ability to go further and to open up and to allow what you hear, feel, and sense to come through naturally. I do see you coming up to a point and then being stopped, and that gate and that other side of that door that Ginny was saying, and you're right there. You're right there. It's almost because I think it's maybe a comparison that you're thinking that you need to be like this person because you've learned everything that they learned, but you're not doing it like they are. But you never will. You'll only do it the way you do it, and nobody else can do it the way you do it. I can't do it the way Ginny does it. Ginny can't do it the way I do it. We all are unique in our ability to relay messages and to uh, hear, feel, and see guidance. So do you, be you, and be authentically you, and develop something new. Is what I was feeling for you, Miss
But
Lisa.
and I would have to, it's the fear, precisely, it's the fear of doing it right. And I can tell you, Lisa, that it is, you have in your head, and I'm speaking for myself here, of what it feels like to do something. Only it's just what you think it feels like because you've been doing it already. So it's going through that gate and doing what Jean said, and just learn to be you.
Yep. There is no.
There's no right way.
It's almost, there's some unlearning to do as well.
Yes,
Um,
that's a good word.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The comparison, the unlearning, and the realization that your spirit guides didn't just come, your angels and spirit guides didn't just come when you opened a book or listened to a podcast. They're not new for you. They've been with you your whole entire life. You've been listening to them your whole entire life. They've been your best friend, had your back, and gave you messages and direction your whole entire life. So this is natural for you. And I feel as though she does already communicate with spirit guides, but the way that you do it is unique. Yeah, and we do evolve. So wherever you are right now, I would start where you are right now, and you do evolve. And the most information that I've learned in my journey has been from the spirit realm, from getting messages from spirit guides and and loved ones, because I'm like, I can't even believe the words that come out of my mouth sometimes, and I'm like, I never thought of that way. Like it just came through that way. And I've learned and grew and understand more. So the more you do it, the more you understand. But all the best to you, Miss Lisa. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. All right. Hi, Amber. Nice to see you. All right, so let's go to, I see Donna Ewing. And Donna, if you're still here, just say hello. And she also wants to know about gifts that she'll be working with. And after Donna, I see Ruth Bryant will be after Donna. Okay, so Donna, just say hello. I think she's here. She was here recently. Can you tell what gifts I'm to be working with? And are these gifts a part of my new way of making a living? I think you're a really good communicator, Miss Donna. I feel like communication and teaching. You're a very good teacher. You may also be a channeler. I see a lot of wisdom coming through you, your actions, your hands, your voice, and your knowledge. I think that you have a beautiful way of communicating with people, and I do see maybe channeling coming through you, wisdom coming through you. And this is healing. Words are healing. You might also do some light language. And I would just maybe suggest that you consider that this is a natural ability and not quite so much a rare gift, because we are no different than anyone else. Everybody has the opportunity to develop these abilities. Some people are better at it than others. Some people sing better than others. Some people play the piano better than others. Some people are better lawyers than others. Some people are better at some people are better at it than others, but we all have it. So it's not necessarily like, the chosen one. We all have this to a certain degree. So it's the ability and the dedication that you apply to it. How about you, Miss Ginny?
Well, just kind of to piggyback on what you're saying, Jean, is that it's not a gift, it's an ability. It's developing what you already have. Some of us just have better abilities. I can run, but I can't run a race. You already use them all. I mean, we all have all the clairs and just developing it. So it's again one of those things to sit quietly and listen to what you're being told and what you're doing, but examining what you're doing. Like Jean picked up on the communication, the ability to use words, because words are very healing or very debilitating, depending on the words you use and the tone you use them with. There's no decided answer other than be you. Just to be you. There's a uniqueness part of you. And what an exercise that you can do is ask your best friend what they see in you that they don't think you recognize about yourself. And you can learn a lot that way, because we always poo-poo it. So even if somebody said, like Jean just said, you might be a channeler, how did you do that? What does that mean to you? And then you can look into that, and you probably will find out you've already been channeling. I did pull a card. You wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. So whatever it is you're already doing, which is being you, you just need to understand who you are. And you'll say, oh, that's what I've been doing. That's what my gift is. Whether you make a living with it or not, you're already making a living one way or the other with it. You just haven't put a metaphysical term on it. And I learned this when I was working, is that I could solve problems before they were problems. You can't put that on your employee review, though. I saved this situation. Well, we didn't have the situation. I know, because I saved it, right? I had the intuitive to ferret out a problem before it was a problem. So there's always those things that you're doing already that you have not recognized. So it's not looking for something that's different than you already are. You just need to just keep watering those seeds and recognizing what seeds you planted.
That's beautiful. Brilliant. I love that, Ginny. It's so true. And I resonate with that too, because I used to catch things and people would be like, how did you know that? And I'm like, well, I just came across it. And I
Yes.
really thought it was just lucky, and here it was intuitive. And
Yep.
I've been doing it.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. You have to have the problem that's visible to solve it for people to recognize it. But that's okay. We can just solve them before they start, and that's the goal anyway.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
just be you.
And maybe, Donna, sometimes, and this is just a suggestion, you can take it or leave it, but it's important to consider why you want to share these abilities that you have. And ultimately, it comes down to being of service and to helping other people along their path. So, and then if you do enjoy that and you are uh, sort of getting the word out, the money will follow. And as long as you are enjoying what you're doing and you're helping other people to make a difference, the money will follow, the support will follow. And it's really, that's the part we also have to unlearn, because we've been told that, you have to figure out how to make money and then do what you love. No, you do what you love. Obviously we have homes and bills we need to have, like a side gig, but do this as a service, do this as an offering, do this to help other people, and then the money will follow. It will develop naturally on its own. You don't have to figure out what any business thing or any logos. Just start where you are and start sharing where you are and start doing what you do. Just, you already are doing it, just start doing it. And then, as you move through being of service to others in a I don't know, in a giving nature, it would definitely, people would start wanting to tip you or wanting to suggest you to somebody else, and then maybe somebody would want you to come and do a talk, or it will develop. If you start doing it and you're doing it to be of service, the universe will support you, and things will fall in your lap in a way that you've never imagined. Just consider, maybe that could be possible. See, I want to help people. That is, and that's where you want to. How can I be of service? And trust that the universe will support you, and it does. And I know that we live in a 3D world, and it's not easy to let go of that. Um, Yeah, but thank you very much, Donna. That was really lovely. And also, you can maybe start by writing automatic writing to get that communication, and make sure you're clearing your throat chakra, because that's where a lot of that communication comes through. Obviously, clear all of your chakras, but make sure you strengthen and clear your throat chakra. Maybe wear a pendant that's blue or something here, just for extra support. And if it resonates with you, if it doesn't, that's fine. All right, so dear Miss Ruth Bryant Whitehall, she's been following me for quite a while, and she has okay, I see another one. Sorry, Ruth. Let me see where she is. There's another one here. Here she is. And she says, I would like a spiritual reading, please. And she wants to know if a loved one has a message for her. Is there a specific loved one that you would like a message from, Miss Ruth? Do you have like a name, like your grandmother or your sister or your husband? Who is it that you would like to connect with? That would help us in the interest of time. Okay, her mom. Okay. Peggy. Thank you. Thank you, Ruth. I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. Your mom's saying not to worry, Miss Ruth. She's saying that that you're being brave. She's saying that I feel like, Ruth, you do also have psychic skills. You have awareness. You know things. She's saying trust your gut. I know that you've had some challenges. She's saying don't throw in the towel. Don't throw in the towel, Ruth. She's saying that there is light. She's saying it's important that you're here on this earth at this time to be a support, and it's almost like you're a pillar. You're a pillar, and I see like a Roman column, like something really strong with all the scrolls. You're a pillar, and I feel like it's a pillar of either your community or a pillar in your family. But she's saying that you matter, and that your energy is needed, and your love is needed. I do see some pets around you as well, Ruth, and they're there to give you emotional support if there's dogs or cats or and your mom's saying to confide in your pets. I do see a move for you, Ruth. I'm not sure if you did move or if you're going to move. You might be moving in with one of your children or moving in with somebody else, which is difficult in itself when you have to change residence, but it's for the best, and things will make it easier for you. I see things getting easier for you. Somebody else is going to be there to like sort of share the responsibility. She's saying don't worry about who's going to take care of you or how you're going to take care of yourself. That your mom's going to take care of that, and your angels are going to take care of that. She's saying don't worry, everything's going to work out. Just trust. Every day I have everything I need in every way. She said just trust. And I know that's a really big ask, and it's really hard for a lot of us these days, but she wants you to know that your mom can see, and she says everything's going to be okay. How about you, Miss Ginny?
Ruth. My grandmother's name was Ruth, which is kind of cool. Peggy says you need to have some fun. Because what popped in as soon as you said Peggy is Peggy Sue. And you need to look up that song. You need to listen to it. And you need to be bouncing a little bit with Peggy Sue. You need to have some fun. You need to let loose a little bit. Your mom says that she sends you messages through nature all the time. And that doesn't mean like every time you see a white feather, all white feathers are your mom. It's something else is going on at the time that you see the white feather. It's out of context. Then you know it's your mom. And that's true of whatever it is that you see. Okay, so your mom also says to be present, to use the hours, don't count them. So given your particular health circumstances there and what Jean said, then the last card I have for you is that all things are going to go in your favor. Things take a while. So you are going to be lucky. There's what goes within your favor. So out of these choices of words, lucky, opportunity, great timing, and gaining advantage. While it's tough now, you will improve. Life will get better. Going back to the message I gave before, count what's going right, where you are now from where you were, and it's a real roller coaster when you are having treatment such as you're having. And to maintain that perspective, and just the whole genre of the era of Peggy Sue songs, not that your mother's name was Peggy Sue, it's just Peggy, but do something to lift yourself up so that you're using those hours, not counting them, I guess is what the message is here. And that you are loved and you are cherished, and she is with you. She is with you, and you got this, girl.
Yeah. I'm also picking up that the fun you're going to have is doing cards. You're very psychic there, Miss Ruth, and you love doing cards. You love checking in with spirit, with angels, and getting messages. So, Ruth, if you know my email, it's SunPsychic@hotmail. Just send me an email, and I can invite you to a group that we're having that we can practice together if you're available, if you'd like to. So that would be really fun.
Take your cards with you to chemo. Shock everybody. Yeah. Get everybody distracted. Part of getting through anything is to distract ourselves and fill our head and our spirit up with other things.
That would be so much fun. They would love that.
Besides, I mean, it'll keep the doctors on edge, you know. Have some fun with it.
Bring your tarot cards, Ruth. Oh my gosh, she said you all are spot on point. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. And Rush says she loves that, Ginny.
Just take that's charge. Beautiful.
Just and this is the fun. Yeah, this is the fun. Lift it up. Levity. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's
and it's really, really, really hard when you're feeling really, really, really crappy. But if you can find something to laugh at, or a joke to make, or to make light of something to make somebody else smile, it relieves it for yourself and for them. And I get in trouble a lot of times when I'm with medical professionals, because I will say something like offhanded and it takes them back because they're not used to having that. And you can give them that levity to make their light harder. Their light harder, their heart lighter. Goodness gracious, I haven't had coffee yet this morning. However it works for you, Ruth, do it.
Yeah. So is Blue Crescent Tarot or Amber Ray still here? Blue Crescent or Amber Ray? And we're doing colors today. No, I'm kidding. It just happened to be Amber and Blue. Oh, thank you, Gina. Hi, Gina. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Ruth. All the best to you. I want to give you a big, giant hug. I know. I could feel you. Thank you. Thank you, Akila. Okay, Blue Crescent and Amber are still here. Okay, so Blue Crescent, I will do you, and then we'll do Amber Ray next. And she said today would have been my grandma's birthday. She passed on 12/31/30. You mean 1930? No.
Yeah.
That might be a typo. I don't know. Because was that her? I don't know. Yeah. And I'd love a message. Okay. So she passed on New Year's Eve. Any messages? Yeah. Okay. 2020. She 2020 passed in 2020. Yeah. Not 2030. Thank you, Blue Crescent. Sorry about that.
So
yeah.
As soon as you said that she died on New Year's Eve and stuff, your grandmother wants you to know that the world celebrates her life once a year. And they celebrate it globally. And that's how she wants everyone else to remember that, to celebrate her globally. So with all parts of you, with all the things that were there, because I could just see the rockets go off and the confetti and the champagne, and to toast her for everything she was and she left for you. I just think that's fantastic. I mean, it brought me to tears, because she's saying and I don't know whether she cussed or not, but for mine, it's kind of like, hell yes, I went out on a holiday. I went out on the holiday that is celebrated worldwide. And so she celebrates everybody else worldwide. Uh, and she says, you have nothing to feel guilty about, which goes back to the partying. Do not ever feel bad that you take joy in celebrating her.
Mm-hmm. And she said, that's what I say. She loved to party.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. And, it's not a sad day. She didn't want it to be a sad day. And they do say that we do plan our birthday and exit day, that it is meaningful in some way. And they don't want us to, I feel like my loved ones would like to be remembered on their birthday and celebrate their life more than they would like to remember the day of the accident when they passed. They don't want us to remember the tragedy. They want us to remember their whole entire life. They don't want to be defined by the moment of their death or the manner of their death. They want to be defined by the life well lived, no matter how long it is in any, in any scenario. She's she's she seems to be she's coming through she was not a fuddy-duddy. She was kind of with it, and really she was I think she had some strong intuition, if not psychic, but she was very she spoke to you as an equal, and she saw people for who they were. She was very much authentic and could see people's souls. She treated people equally and with kindness and compassion. She was not pretentious. She was not sort of, some people are a little timid. She was not timid. She was very straightforward. And what she said, she meant. And I feel like she had some wisdom. I feel like she was very much had presence to her. And as she's talking to me now, she's saying that that is all still there. That this was part of her spirit. And she wants you to learn to get to know your own spirit, our own divine spark inside of each and every one of us is our spirit. This is what continues on and lives on. And this authenticity and the honesty and the truth of who we are is what she wants you to get in touch with. She's saying that she's glad that you have awareness and you miss, because I feel like you had like a connection with her, or an energetic like you felt like you guys had a different type of a communication, unspoken communication. Like when you were around her, you just felt differently. And I think that was like a soul bond that you recognized with her. She's saying, trust that. She's saying you have good instincts, you have good intuition, and she wants you to develop this and to get to know how to express and share this creative part of you, this creative soul. She's very wise and very straightforward. She's not pretentious. She's not a pushover. She's not quiet. She's very matter of fact and straightforward. Oh my gosh. She said, absolutely, unspoken connection. That's what she's telling me. Cool. Oh my gosh. And she said, the guilt thing is also about something that happened in 2022. I was accused of something awful that she helped me through. Oh, good. Good. Yep. She says, I totally believe that. Yeah, that unspoken connection. And she's saying you still have that connection, Blue Crescent. She's saying you still have that connection with her. She said, talk to her, communicate with her, write automatic writing. Say, Grandma, this is your message to me. Please have me write the words that you want me to say, and just keep writing and keep making it up. And by the time you get to the bottom, you'll be like, oh, it really is real. It really is real. It's a psychic exercise that I practice too. But good for you, Blue Crescent. And you know that she's there with you and you feel her. She's saying you trust yourself. Trust yourself. She's really very down to earth, very straightforward, very honest. She's my kind of gal, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. There's no pretentiousness here. and she's very much the same, and she's coming in really, really, really strong. She wants to talk to you more in Blue Crescent. She says, what is she waiting for? I have so much to teach her. Yep. 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 She's on. So this is an opening that we've opened here with you, Blue Crescent. You've opened it with your grandmother just asking the question, and you can keep it open. And right after this show, or you can do it now, start writing right away and connect with her each and every day and just thank her and say, please show me something new. Please teach me something new. Whatever, send me a sign, whatever it is, but connect with her each and every day and start developing that. Wow.
Blue Crescent, I just came across she calls herself she does quantum readings. She doesn't like to call herself a medium. Her name is Cheryl Page. She's a scientist who came across this through Suzanne Giesman, but Cheryl Page, look her up, because the technique that Jean just sort of described about asking for a gift and stuff, I think you're going to really resonate to her.
Good. That's wonderful. That's wonderful too. And there's many out there, but so she said, thank you very much. She was very casual but direct. And this is what she's coming into me. I don't know if you see me getting a little, insistent, because she keeps coming in. Oh, I'll definitely look her up. Thank you both so much. You're welcome, Blue Crescent. How lovely. Wow, that was very lively. I feel your grandmother is very strong, coming in and blending with my energy. Okay, so next is Amber Rose, and she said she was here. After Amber is Adriana. And Adriana, if you're still here, please just say hello and let us know you're still here. Okay, Amber Rose would love a general message from my spirit guides. Okay. All right. So they're talking to me about celebrity or the appearance, your appearance or what people see. I'm not sure if you are in the public eye, or if you are a YouTuber or a TikToker, or if you're in the public eye at all, Miss Amber. But I think you may have concerns or obstacles around how others may see you. And or you may have this dynamic like in your family or a place of work. I feel like you may be misunderstood a lot, and people don't understand your true intentions. And it's important to, I feel like that your spirit guides want you to know it's okay. And it's important to forgive yourself along the way as you're learning, because nobody, we don't learn unless we make mistakes to learn from, and that's why we're here actually on earth, is to make mistakes so that we can learn and grow our soul, so that we go back as an evolved soul. But similarly, while you're here, we have obstacles and we make mistakes so that we can learn from them. But they want you to know that mistakes are only lessons, so for us to grow. It's like something to push up against. Like if you weren't shunned by those cheerleaders, you would never be able to push against and be yourself. Like if you just kept being a cheerleader, then you would never grow. So and I'm just making this up, but because a group shunned you in some way, you're like always and forever worried about, well, what if I'm shunned again? What if I say something wrong? What if I accidentally hurt somebody's feelings? And they're saying that was one lesson. That was one opportunity. This is not a life sentence for you. And they want you to let that go and to rebuild yourself. Sometimes the early hurts or woundings are really difficult for us to let go. But they're letting you know it's okay to do that now, that you have learned that lesson many, many times, and you may have gone to a next group and somebody else may have shunned you, but it's not a continuum. And there is nothing broken inside of you. There is nothing wrong with you. And it's important for you to let that go and to drop that baggage off and to start your new chapter as a confident, empowered young woman, I believe, and to move forward in the authenticity that you are. And don't worry about what other people say. It's none of our business. The people who are meant to learn and support you will find you. How about you, Miss Ginny?
I just how things kind of come and go. I have some cards here for you, but I have to, Amber, you need to look up the metaphysical meaning, if you have not yet, of amber. Amber is a beautiful petrified sap. It was the lifeblood of a tree somewhere, sometime. And if you're lucky and when you're looking or shopping for amber, or if you ever do, sometimes there's insects that are trapped inside. So they were trapped in there for forever and ever. So there's something in you. What I'm picking up is, and to build on that, and think of this metaphorically, not literally, is kind of taking what Jean said, the stuff that you have encased inside you that you're keeping forever and ever, rather than seeing it as it's captured and can't get out and it can't harm you anymore, right? And you can see it as a beauty of a lesson that was learned, a situation that you brought. Because the first card that came up was compassion. You must first and foremost always have compassion for yourself, which means you have to go back through any situation that has bothered you at any time that you have encased in amber. Metaphorically, you encased it inside of the woman named Amber, and you need to see it as you have overcome that. And that is not you. That was a situation that Amber, the person, endured. The oracle card says, trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. In other words, you are exactly where you need to be to find the perspectives that you need. You ask the question you needed at this moment. And to do that, you need to listen. You need to be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. So you need to sit and to listen, to understand what Amber has encased and see it as a moment overcome, and then go forward. Hang that on a chain, put it on a ring, put it on, whatever you want to picture yourself doing with a piece of amber, do that, and then you can move forward.
Wow. That's really amazing, Ginny. And I do feel there's a new chapter for you, Miss Amber Ray. I feel like there's a growth, there's an awareness, there's a evolution in who you are and what you'll be doing, and it's almost like you're not going to tolerate that anymore, or you're not going to, speak like that to yourself anymore. There's just something about, there's a new chapter for you, Miss Amber Ray, and it's up to you when you're ready to step out. But all the best to you. And thank you very much for your question. These are really
I'm sorry, let's take the rest of her name, because Amber Ray. Let that sunshine out. Let those rays out. Let those rays in. I'm done with the analysis of your name now, Amber, but love it. Live with it.
So I'm just looking for Adriana. Did Adriana say anything? I don't know if she said. She said hello. Okay, good. All right. So Adriana is next. Thank you again, Miss Amber. And thank you, everybody. And what it is all of us here are together. She says, oh, thank you very much. So beautiful. It's important that all of you who are here in the chat, who are here listening, who are here supporting Ginny and I, all of our energies together are making this possible. And it's when two or more gather that this energy and this it, um, this level of consciousness rises, and we move into that altered state, and we can connect and read and feel the energies. And it takes the whole group of us and all of your support to holding that space that enables this to be so impactful. And so thank you everybody for being here and for supporting. So Miss Adriana, oh, she's looking for a job. Will I get one soon? Will I get one soon? So are you okay. I assume you're not currently working. So it's not a new job, it's a job. And did you have any questions for her, Ginny?
Yes, but I have not formulated in my mind. It would be is it okay? New job, just the term a new job. Is it something you are looking for something, a job that's doing something different than you've done? As in a new type of job? Or you're just looking for a job because you're unemployed and you need to have a job to pay your bills? Looking for a job. Okay. Is there, Adriana, is there a particular, what is the type of job that you're looking for? Because what I actually am getting is that while you're looking over here, the job you want is over here. That it's you to broaden your horizon on what that job is. I have a sense of, how do I want to describe this? I don't want to use the word panic, but that's the word that comes to my mind, of anxiety, that you need to get the job. You need to get the job. So it's, we cloud our vision when we are anxious or when we are full of anxiety. You cannot be emotional and rational at the same time. So the panic of needing a job is very, very real. Okay, I do not want to downplay that. But if you sit and breathe and do a meditation where you are just listening and try some different type, apply for more than one type of job, I guess is where I'm getting. And a long way around to that is apply for different types of jobs and think outside what you've got. One, like I said, you've got one that's sitting out over here that's waiting for you to even think about that would be the job for you. And that might be that you have to just get a simple job to begin with, and then you get there, but don't lose sight of that if you're not happy. But you need to broaden your horizons and allow yourself to see past the panic of needing that job and change that to wanting a job and change the power of that.
Mm-hmm. She says her husband was laid off.
Yeah.
And she says she's been applying for clerical positions, and yes, a lot of anxiety over it. And that's what we were feeling. And that's what I didn't know what questions to ask. And it's important sometimes to have that context. And even though there is a urgent situation for you, Miss Adriana, doesn't mean that you don't have that you can't be happy or do something that you love or something that you're good at. And it's sort of like, if you were a mom and raised kids, then you're a good manager. If you had baking skills, if you had if you took your kids to games or something, then you could be Uber or whatever they are, the DoorDash or something. Like, these things are really readily available and almost anybody can do it. And it's important to think outside of the box and do more than one thing, and tell the hairdresser, maybe you've always wanted to do hair. Maybe you can do something there, or, tell people that you're looking for a job and that this is what you're good at. I feel like you're a really good communicator. I feel like you have presence and you like to deal with not necessarily customers, but people in general. So you may be, you know, I think you have really good people skills, which is 9/10 of you can't teach people skills. That comes naturally, and I think that you have that naturally. So work with what you have naturally. Keep applying for the things that you. I think it's better than clerical. Not better, and not that I've worked clerical. There's nothing wrong with clerical, but I think you have more to offer. I think you have people skills. I think you have presence. You could be like a what do they call that? People who greet people, a hostess in a restaurant, and or a manager at a restaurant. You can, there's something about you greeting people, you being, you could be an insurance salesman, like helping people with their, um, with purchasing policies or something. Think outside of the box, because anything that requires you to talk to people, be with people, you could work in a hospital at a, you know, uh, at the nurses center. They always need people to help them, and a hospital will recognize you, and you're going to be able to do more things and help out, and to be more, you'll learn more. Think of not just clerical in an office, in a building, in a corporate, but think of anything people skills, all of the different industries, whether it's healthcare, whether it's restaurant, whether it's, and apply for all of them, because it's important for you. And Ginny says there's something back here, and it's you never know where one step will lead you to the next. And I know it's really hard and it's time consuming for applying for all of these things, and it's like it's a job in itself trying to figure out how to apply online these days. But talk to people. I feel like there's somebody in your vicinity, or people who my cousin is works with mortgages. She helps people with mortgages. I don't know what that is. Like processing mortgages. And she went to school for something else. But she's really good at what she does, and she helps people all the time. And she works from home, and she's on the phone, and she really loves it. And she's really good at it. And you just never know. So you're like, mortgages, I don't know anything about the real estate, but you're good with people. Like it's go with what you feel good at, or that your best skill is, and what you enjoy is dealing with people, and open up um, that variety of where you're going to be applying, is what I was feeling. How about you, Jenny?
Well, I always sit and play with my cards, and going back to what we both have said here, um, and I'll reiterate it, that you will probably get something that will solve that immediate panic, but don't stop looking, and it will lead to something else within that. But I was going through my Crow Oracle, and play came up. And I know that sounds, you don't have time to play, you got to pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. But if you have the panic, again, let's go back to this idea of this anxiety, then we surround ourselves with that, and it keeps the other energy from coming in. So if you release and play a little bit, right, and have faith that you will get through this. But you'll notice they're playing in a puddle, and it's raining. So to play even in the storms, right? And then I pulled out of the Secret Garden deck and got, guess what? Play. And it says, among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. So as you relax, and play isn't as, it's to, again, count what you do have and what is working and what your reserves are. And then back to the Crow deck, that if you play, then you will have the freedom to be able to be willing to take the risk. Again, apply for all different types of jobs, and that you have surprises, venture down the rabbit hole, and persevere, leave no stone unturned. Make it part of a game, like there is a secret code hidden in some kind of application. I don't even know how they apply for jobs anymore. However that you're doing it, change that up. But truly talking to people when you're checking out, people say, how are you, at the store all the time. I never say fine. I always come out with an answer. And it can be, well, I'd be much better today if I could locate a job. And people like to help people. Put that energy out there, sit and meditate and listen to that, and build yourself up when you go out or when you're doing your applications. Do it with a positive energy. And if nothing else, it keeps you occupied and you can play with it.
And you're a very smart cookie there, Miss Adriana, and you can learn and teach yourself to do just about anything.
Yep.
And they want somebody smart and somebody who's able to be taught and to learn a skill. And that's, the people, there's certain attributes that you just can't teach people, but you have it. So you have something that everybody wants, and try not to minimize that. And to she's she's saying, oh my goodness, I will take everything to heart. Yeah.
But give yourself,
and I love that, making it fun.
Grace. Give yourself grace, give your husband grace. And this is, and I hate it when somebody tells me, well, this is what we do with our life and we have to learn through that, because it's kind of like, yeah, but I need the job. But truly give yourself some grace with this, because you have overcome other things. You will overcome this. So will you get a job soon? Soon is a relative term. You will get a job.
Yep, absolutely. And I love the way you say, make it a game, like that Easter egg hunt, like unturn every stone, and like a scavenger hunt almost, and make it a game and say, whatever. Just try and be lighthearted. Try not to take each, as
hard as it is.
Yeah.
Act as if. Just pretend. Just act as if.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's somebody out there that needs your unique skills there, Miss Adriana, and you will find it. And the more lighthearted you are and the less anxious you are, the better the energy goes through when you send out those applications, for sure. And hopefully you'll find somebody open-minded and find a new group of friends, and just your life will change, and you'll be like, oh, I never expected all this. I was just looking for a job. I feel like there's a lot there for you. A lot there. Mm-hmm.
If there's a metaphysical store near you, you need to go frequently just to get acquainted with people. That just came in my head, is that just go hang out and get to know people.
Yep. Attend those free workshops.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a great idea, Ginny. Ooh, I love it.
Thanks, Spirit, because they put it in my head.
You're welcome, Miss Adriana. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is such a wonderful, beautiful, inspirational hour. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming, for supporting us, for being here. And thank you, Ginny. You are absolutely dynamic. You are just you are beautiful. You are talented. You are
Blush.
Ginny is my advisor. I ask her for messages. I'm letting you guys know. Ginny is an amazing intuitive psychic and medium. She's really very beautiful, very genuine, and quite a natural, very natural at it.
Well, thank you, Jane. Thank you.
I love your wisdom. I love your support. I love your everything about you, Miss Ginny. Thank you for being here with me and for sharing this hour. And thank you, everybody, for being here. And I will be over on Allie, Heart and Soul Connected at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Pacific today. So if you didn't get your question answered, please do come on over to Allie's channel there, and we'll be doing answering questions there. And then after that, I don't remember the time, maybe 2:30, I'll be on with Terry Suzuki from Kikaru Spiritual Journeys. And Terry and Allie are going to be doing Akashic record reading live, but I'll be facilitating. So I'll be popping up the questions. They're going to go into that altered state of consciousness, and I'm going to feed them the questions and the feedback. And I'll be in the background managing the chat. So that'll be a first, once in a lifetime.
What time is this, Jean?
You know what? let me just see. Wait 1 second. It is 2:30. So at 2:30 is the Akashic. I'll be on with Allie
Oh,
at 1 o'clock Eastern. And then I'll be on with Kigaru Spiritual Journeys at 2:30 Eastern. And then after that, I have my practice group tonight. So you guys will have one fired up SunPsychic Jean teaching y'all today. But oh my gosh,
thank you,
thank
Jean.
you all.
You
Yeah,
do a lot for the community. Thank you.
you're very welcome. Thank you too. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good week, everyone.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.